What is going on, buddy? Welcome back to All Things Film. Today I want to do my review of The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 12, titled A Key. It was a very enjoyable episode, but before I do begin, I want to give a spoiler warning in case you are not caught up with The Walking Dead Season 8, but other than that, let's begin. So like I said, I really enjoyed this episode. One of my favorite episodes of the season so far, if not the whole season. So in this episode, we do see some Rick and Negan fight, which I absolutely love. I just love when those two are fighting, just let alone interacting. We see some Enid, Michonne, Maggie, and Rosita stuff with the Hilltop. They run into a new group, which I'll talk about in a second. And I'm hoping that group isn't who I think they are, but I'm pretty sure they are. And then we see some Dwight, Simon, and some rest of the saviors, aftermath of Negan getting wrecked. So let's start off with Simon and Dwight stuff, because I really did enjoy that kind of the interaction between those two. They just talk like normal people. They're just walking, and I just liked how they were walking so slowly and just talking about how they felt with this whole situation, and the Hilltop, the King, the Widow, Rick, just how they felt with it. And they were just talking about Negan, and Simon was telling Dwight, like, how do you feel about Negan? He was like, have you ever thought about betraying him? And Dwight was like, no, like, he burned my face, he stole my wife. No, I never thought about betraying him. So I did like the interaction. They were just talking like two normal dudes, And you could see that Simon was genuinely happy that Negan got wrecked by the car. Now, the car chase was cool. It was pretty cool. I did enjoy it. But the thing is, I really wish that they didn't show it in the teasers and they didn't release it as a trailer. Because imagine seeing that without knowing it was coming. Like, that would be hella epic, like, I saw it coming from the teasers. I even made a video on it. So it was still pretty cool, but it was a bit underwhelming for me. Like, one thing AMC needs to work on is to not, put so much into the trailers and teasers and stuff. But I do understand it on the same strength because, they have to attract viewers. Like, they have to put some epic stuff in their teasers and trailers in order to attract fans to come watch live. So I do understand that point. But just some stuff I wish they didn't put in teasers, like the junkyard stuff. Like, if we didn't know Simon was gonna kill all the junkyard people, imagine seeing that without even knowing it was gonna happen. Like, that would be epic. But that's not a big deal. I still did enjoy the car chase. It was pretty cool. And man, Rick made Negan his bitch this episode. Like, Negan was so scared of Rick, and I loved it. It wasn't as dark as 808, which I loved, because 808 was so dark that we didn't even know what the hell was going on. I don't know if it was my TV or what, but I did enjoy this fight scene. It was really cool. And Rick was like, I don't know, man. Rick, the dialogue between the two was really good. And something I really like about Negan is just how he talks like a normal person. Like, he doesn't talk like all theatrical like everyone else in The Walking Dead. He talks like a normal, casual person, which I like. Like, Negan, Rick was like, this is where you die, in the dark. And then Negan was like, what the hell is your problem, Rick? Like, that's what like every normal person would say, which I really do like. If that was King Ezekiel, I'd be like, so what the hell are you doing? No, I'm just kidding. That was a horrible joke. But I do like, I did like, how Negan has like he's human, like he talks like a normal human, which I do like. But Rick was exposing Negan, which I loved. A lot of people think Negan is in the right, which I don't understand why, because Negan to me is not on the right. He forces people to work for him. Okay, yes, he's a good leader. He keeps people safe. I understand that. He keeps a lot of people safe. But in order to do that, he makes hundreds of lives miserable, which is not okay, And Rick was exposing the hell out of Negan. He was like, you think you're a good leader, you just use people, you make people sleep with you. I was like, expose him. I was legit clapping to my TV. Like, I was so happy for Rick. Like, Rick understands it, man. I don't know. Negan, yes, he keeps people safe. He keeps a lot of people safe. But in the same strength, he makes so many people's lives miserable. And if they don't want to work for him, he kills them. And he makes them sleep with them. So, no, I don't think Negan is all that people think he is. But I just love the interaction between the two. And just the battle scenes was epic. When he grabbed Lucille and he lit her on fire. Why'd I say her? I don't know, man. I said her like I'm Negan. He lit Lucille on fire, and that was actually a little callback. That was Glenn's lighter, and that was epic when they were fighting in the dark with the walkers. And at first I thought Rick was beating Negan with the bat. I was like, holy shit! but it turned out to be a walker. And you can see how much Negan really loves Lucille. Like Negan like tackled the shit out of Rick when he grabbed Lucille, which I love. You know, I love those two fighting. 808 was epic, but it was way too dark in the mid-season finale. And we're getting a lot more fights than I really expected we were. Like, I'm being honest, I thought we would get like maybe 2 fights in the season finale and mid-season finale, but we are getting more fights between Rick and Negan, which I love. And you can tell, and I loved how they made Negan scared, because Negan was literally telling Rick, like, I'm sorry, I will cut my ration, I will cut my deal to 25%. You get everyone to fall in line, and you are forgiven. Like, Negan is like, he has too much pride. Like, he still thinks he's on top, but he can tell he's scared. Like, he's only gonna get 25% of the stuff, and he's just doing everything he can in his power to Rick agree with him, because he is genuinely scared of Rick. And I loved the line when Rick said, it was only a matter of time before you ran into someone like me. I love that, because, you know, he's right, because, you know, he bullied so many people, the Hilltop, the Kingdom, but Rick is Rick. You know, no one bullies Rick Grimes, and Negan should sit down and watch The Walking Dead. No, I'm just kidding. But no one bullies Rick Grimes, because he will kill you. But that's enough with Rick and Negan. But that was just epic. I love that scene, and they're building up this tension to the season finale, gonna be epic. But I want to talk about something really quickly, because at the end of the episode, we saw Jadis. You know, Jadis had, because we did learn in previous like synopsis, they said the scavengers are gonna have like a prisoner, and now we learned that prisoner is gonna be Negan. And I am kind of iffy about this, because I'm scared. I'm really scared that they're gonna do this, and it's gonna be like Jadis is gonna give Negan, you know, Jadis is gonna hold Negan captive and then tell Rick, I will give you Negan if you let me join your side, or something like that, along those lines. Which I hope to God does not happen, because I want to see that final battle between Rick and Negan, and they're fighting, and then he slashes his throat or whatever. You know, I want to see that final battle between the two of them. I don't want Jadis to just hand Negan over to Rick. I would absolutely I would be so disappointed. Like, I can't even, like I would be ultimately disappointed. So I hope it doesn't happen. When I saw that was the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, please, I don't want that to happen. So I don't know how Negan is gonna get out of this little predicament, but I hope he does, because I do want to see that final battle between Rick and Negan. And then moving on, let's talk about the final epic thing, was the new group that we ran into, Georgie. Now, I am worried that this is going to be connected to Commonwealth. Now, I'm going to make a more in-depth video on this, because I can go on and on about this. But let's say they are the Commonwealth. I'm not a fan of them introducing them this early. Now, they are a weird group. They are clean. I don't think they're the Whisperers. So, you know, they're either the Commonwealth or a completely new group. So we're going to have to wait and see. But come on, the lady does look like the lady, you know, I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to make a more in-depth video, I guess, like I said. But I want to hear what you guys think. If you're watching this video and you really enjoyed the episode, leave it in the comments down below. Let me know. If you have any thoughts, opinions, or anything on The Walking Dead, leave it in the comments down below. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I really enjoyed the episode. It was one of my favorite episodes of Season 8. But stay tuned for more videos coming up. I'm going to make some predictions for episode 13, which looks epic. And then obviously I'm going to break down this new character, Georgie. So thanks again for watching. If you do want more Walking Dead videos, I'll just stay tuned and subscribe to the channel for daily Walking Dead vids. But thanks again for watching. It's been All Things Film, and until next time, peace.